Howdy, it's Liz again, and I have some new junk journals that I'm putting into my Etsy shop that I wanted to tell you about. These are all black and white journals, and I'm showing you 4 different covers here. There are a total of 12 journals, 3 of each cover, and if you order them and you would like a particular cover, please tell me what kind you would like and what your second choice is. As long as the first choice is in stock, you get it. And if it's out, then you get the second choice, hopefully. And I will make a note and update the listing when things are out of stock. This is the floral cover. This is the chevron color. This is the branch cover. And this is the crackle cover. So I'll show you them close up. This is the floral, chevron, branch, and crackle. Okay, so those are the 4 different covers. I'm only going to do one video for these because the insides vary from book to book, but the insides are all from the same books. So I also use 2 different ribbons to bind them. The book is 6 by 9 because I use a piece of scrapbook, heavyweight scrapbook paper, and fold it in half, so 6 inches, and fold it over to make a 3-inch pocket on the inside. This one's tied a little tightly here, right here. So 6 inches by 9 inches. The pocket is held together with a piece of black and white washi tape, which is really adorable. It has butterflies on it. And just slide this around to the back here. The first pocket has 2 pieces of fabric paper clipped to it. And inside the pocket is a flashcard from a music teacher's instruction booklet and a card in black and white and an absolutely wonderful black die cut my husband made me. Isn't that nice? And then there is an oversized playing card, and the playing card, I picked all black cards. And on the back are 2 very wide pieces of washi tape, which are hard to see because they are black and white with line drawings. You can just peel these up and use them, but they're intended to be colored in. And this one has flowers and swirls, and this one has birds sitting on tops of flowers. So that is nice. And here is a paper packet that is held together with washi tape. And inside are 6 clear things. I don't even know what you call these things. But they're clear with white designs on them. And they could be sewn into your books with something behind them so that you can see the design. And they're very interesting. One of these is flocked, and that's gotten the others a little bit dusty, but they clean up quite well, and I think they would look very good sewn into a junk journal or as part of an overlay. My intention with doing the black and white, I mean, you could leave it completely black and white, but I was thinking that you could add in a really high contrast color, like a red, a teal, a pink, something very dramatic. There are a couple of pieces in here that are black on one side and a color on the other, but most of them are black and white. And I tried to stay away from the off-white, but a few pages that were particularly good crept in, but mostly it's black and white. This is from a book on ornament decoration. This is a walking tour of Washington, D.C. This is a wonderful old recipe page. I just love the perforations along the edge of the page. So that is the front pocket. And then we have a sheet of my favorite sheet music to use, which is Gilbert and Sullivan, because it's got lots and lots of notes on it. Some sheet music is not very interesting, but Gilbert and Sullivan are very obliging. Okay. And then I have a whole bunch of black and white scrapbook paper and cardstock. And the things that come from the books are all from the same book, which is why I'm only doing one video. So it may not be the exact illustrations, but it's going to be very similar because it's from the same book. This is in every book. It's white on black on one side and black on white on the other. And then there's a stamped card. And this is a piece of two-sided scrapbook paper. There's the other side. These will vary, but they will all be from the same page. They're cut out of the same page. This is a very interesting white on white digital scrapbook paper that I bought, and it's a white lace. It's very nice. And this is from Dictionary. Every book will have one of these. Every book will have one of these. This is a black lace image. Every book will have one of these, but it's going to be a different image. This is from an adult coloring book. So it's kitchen stuff on one side and shoes on the other. And this is from a book of illustrations and drawings. And I did a lot of Picasso and Monet, I believe, in this particular set of books. So I think this one is Picasso. But again, they'll be different. This is a page from a book on flowers of New Mexico. This is sort of a canvas. It's an even weave fabric. So it's designed to be white, and it's probably very hard to see, but it provides a lovely background to something. So there you go. And the fabrics, I think except for one that I had to substitute, will all be exactly the same as shown here. This is a black on black. And then there's a stamped image on a card of a lovely landscape, which looks very nice. Another piece of cardstock, which is sort of a quilt pattern, and then something very Escher-esque, also a quilt type pattern. And then there's 2 pages from a very large dictionary in here that's old. And this is a print from online of teapots and coffees and snacks, which I just thought was so cute, very reminiscent of Mary Engelbrett. I think that's how you pronounce her name. I think this is the piece of fabric I had to substitute in some of the books. There'll be one that's very similar to it. And this, if you've ever seen diamond plate, this is probably not showing up on camera, but this is a textured paper that is very similar to diamond plate. Another piece of double-sided scrapbook paper. This is the half sheets are all the heavy stuff. I like to paper clip the things to that. Every book is going to have a page from this book. If you've ever seen Mystery on PBS, this is a book by the guy who did the illustrations for that. And they're very interesting in black and white. This is the black version of that white lace print. I really like this. It's very dramatic. I just think that, you know, sprayed or colored in with some other shocking color, that would be very lovely. This 2 pages of this book on illustrators and engravers that's in French. This is an adult coloring page book. And this is actually double-sided, but it's not black and white on the back. And I got some new to me stamps. This one was one of my favorites. It says, uh-oh. This is from a stamp collector's page. These are all different pages in the book. This particular one is actually from the United Nations. I didn't know they issued their own stamps, but apparently in 1965 they did. Excuse me, 1958 to 60. This is another print of some digital files I got online. It's supposed to be like a fish scale, and it may not be showing up well, but the way the graphic is produced, it looks glittery, which is very interesting. This is a page from a book in Russian. This is a page from a book of mazes, and I think I got all environmental threats. So this one says prevent atomic testing. This is a lovely piece of grayish fabric, different tones of gray and purple and blue. They're rose petals, and a journaling card. The journaling cards are all double-sided as well. Some of them just have lines. I think this one's a solid color. And then double-sided piece of scrapbook paper, and wait for it. This one is not black and white in the back, but you can see how the color, the black and white, pops when you put in a bright color, which is why I think it will look really good that way. Let me slide my lace over a little bit. And then this is another card. This one is white, black on white in the front and white on black in the back. And I used silver paper clips for this book because I thought it would be less contrasty and more pleasing. And these are the back sides of these pages, which we can go through quickly. And another piece of fabric. All of these cardstocks for the covers, by the way, are textured. And I had both a large and a small book of this cardstock. So I think there are 3 pieces, and I tried to give different pieces than the cover. So this is the crackle cover, and here's a piece of the branch cardstock. And I love the splatter print on here, and the circles. And then this is the branch cardstock. Did I do 2 of the same? Oops, I did. I'll swap that one out with something different. Branch cardstock. And backs of the pages. I just love this one. There's another piece of fabric here. This one has stars on it. And then we get to the back pocket, where we have Dalmatian dots, and this is a black line print design that's sort of stacked. That one I think is gray on the back. And in the back pocket, I have put some rubber stamps. This is just a little assortment. I had enough of to put one in every of the books. And there are just a couple of different designs here. I'll hold them up so you can see them. And these came with it. These are letters, and there are different colors on white and 2 different colors on blue as well. So if you do go with the teal, you can use those. This is a piece of the chevron and another double-sided card. This one has a pretty black and white peacock design on the back. This is a game sheet from, I think it's Scattergories. And this is just a black and white piece of paper that came with a border on it. It's from an old journal that I had. This one is upside down. It's in Japanese, I believe. And then a piece of hymnal. And that is the back pocket. These are going up on Etsy. And be sure to tell me what your preference is for the cover. As I said, as long as I have that one still, you can have it. I'm going to swap out this extra piece of branch before I go. Thank you so much for looking. Have a great day.